Welcome to Pilates number 2. Start with a light warm-up first, legs wide. Deep inhale, reach the arms up. And let's stretch over to the side. Last one. Now reach across. 2 more. And stretch up. Now let's sink into a plie and let's pulse. So as you pulse, you're going to alternate reaching the foot up onto the toes. So 10 reps. Now from that nice wide position, you're going to sink into the squat, and then you're going to lift and reach up to the side. Pulse the opposite leg and arm up. So 5 reps, and then 5 reps on the other side. From here, bring the toes forward, legs a little bit closer together, hands to the heart. Let's sink into our yogi squat. So hands are pressing into the thighs, helping to open up the hips and just prepare everything for today's workout. You could start warming up your core, so really think about pulling your shoulders back, and let's press up. Next, let's do a rear pulse. 10 reps on the other side. Now into first position, so heels together, knees and toes turned out. Tuck the hips under. Squeeze the abs in, chest up high. We're going to bring the right leg out at a diagonal, point the toe, and then I want you to pull the leg in. As you do so, you're going to flatten the foot, so think about drawing the heel in towards the other heel for 10 reps. And then keep the leg out, point the toe again, and lift. 10 reps. Bring the foot forward and turn the knee out. So I'll show you from the front. So again, from that first position, knee is turned out to the side, leg is straight, toes pointed, and lift. 10 reps, warming up the inner thighs. So from the second position, again, same thing on the other side. So from that pointed toe position, squeeze the leg in, think about drawing that heel in. 10 reps, and then lift the leg out to the side, pointed toe. Nice and straight, keep the quads engaged, and then bring the leg forward. Leg is straight, slight turnout. Point the toe and lift for 10. Back to first position, deep inhale up. So again, sink into that position, and let's pulse down. So after 10 reps, again from that position, I want to show you from the side. We're going to turn the knees out. So open the knees up. So as you're opening the knees up, I want you to think about engaging the glutes and the hips in order to do so. So again, 10 reps, and then we're going to move on to a pulse. So just squeezing your butt from that standing position. So let's move into our first series. You're going to need a chair for this. We're going to use the chair for support. So again, from first position, we're going to bring one leg back. You're going to lift up. Use the chair for support. You're going to kick the leg out to the side, and then you're going to draw it across the body at a diagonal through an attitude position and kick. So kick side, kick across, that's 1 rep, 20 reps total. So one hand on the back of the chair to support, one hand on the seat of the chair. Squeeze the abs. This looks easy, it looks really light and simple, but every muscle should be engaged here. So it's a very challenging movement, not only physically but mentally. So I really want you to think about each aspect of that as you're moving through. So again, from first position, using the back of the chair, we're going to perform a kick across into a sweep back attitude position. So kick across the front of the body, let the leg sweep out to the side and up into an attitude position in the back. So it's almost like that pointed toe is kind of driving the movement, and it's going to help guide you through each position. But there is a lot to think about here, so it helps to kind of watch a couple reps just to see what it looks like. So if you want to watch the video first before performing it. Again, 20 reps. The full motion of the kick, sweep, is 1 rep. Slow, controlled movements. So even as you're lowering the leg back to start, you're not flapping the leg forward. It's a nice, slow, controlled movement. Your muscles are engaged. You're in control of this. And next, again, using the chair for support, we're going to step back further. So you want a nice flat back. Hands are on the back of the chair for support. We're going to tuck our knee front, kick the leg back. From that back kick, you're going to pull the heel in and perform a heel press. Reps total. So tuck, extend, draw the heel in, press up, and really press through that heel. So you almost want to feel like you're trying to kick the ceiling, like stamp a footprint on the ceiling. So just keep drawing that leg up as high as you can without arching the back. So that's the key, is not to move your back, is just to squeeze your butt. There should be a lot of force behind the movement. As you draw the knee in, you want to think about squeezing the abs in order to draw the knee deep into the chest. You also need to focus on your balance here. Opposite leg is supporting, so you don't necessarily want to lock the knee. You don't want to keep it soft all the time. Let's move to the other side and perform that same sequence. So again, starting with the side kick and diagonal kick. So from first position, draw the other foot back. Kick side. Through, so it should be a fluid motion. Reps total. Don't be afraid to use the chair for support. But keep everything engaged, so your thighs are squeezing, glutes are working, your abs are working, your arms are working, your back. So again, from first position, moving on to our next exercise, we're going to kick across the body, sweep the leg out, and then up into an attitude position behind. 20 reps. And as you sweep up into attitude, you can lean forward a little bit. So just bend through the elbows, bring the chest towards the chair, and then press back up for that kick across. Almost there. So again, from that attitude position, just adjust your chair if you need to, step back, nice flat back, just supporting yourself with the hands, tuck the knee in, extend the leg, draw the heel in towards the butt, leg should be bent 90 degrees at that point, and you're going to press through the heel. Good, press, extend, draw in, press, knee tuck, extend, draw it in, press it. Reps. Don't rush through it. Take your time with this. You want nice, strong, effective repetitions. This is what's going to help you get stronger. It's going to help you see some more definition. This is going to help further define the muscles. Weight training is obviously the most effective way to do that, but this is going to help aid the weight training. So they work together. It's not just one or the other. You want both of these in your program. Almost there. Nice job. So, moving on down to our mat. We're going to focus on abs. So we're moving to a decline plank with tap outs. So hands on the mat, shoulders, elbows, wrists in line, abs pulled in tight. Bring your feet up onto your chair. And you're going to alternate a foot tap out to the side. So each time you tap out for 1 rep, 2 reps, 3, keep going for 20 total. Once you've completed 20 reps, you can take a brief little stretch. Next, we're moving on to a plank knee twist and oblique knee. So as you twist and give me 1 oblique knee, that equals 1 rep. Performing 12 total. And again, take a brief little stretch. Moving on to an incline plank with a sweep up attitude. So hands are on the chair this time, legs are out wide, you're up on your toes. You're going to alternate lifting a leg, pointing the toe, and sweeping up into that attitude position. So the knee stays turned out, foot's coming across the body. And again, you're not arching your back, you're squeezing up with your glutes, and you're keeping your core engaged. This is a really good way to lift and tone the butt. This is going to complement all the squats and all the deadlifts that we do. So once you've completed 20 reps, we're going to move on to our sit-up movements. So starting with elevated leg sit-ups, reaching for the toes, 20 reps total. So start hands lightly behind the head. As you lift the shoulders off the mat, you're going to bring your hands to reach and grab your feet or touch your toes or touch your ankles. If that's too advanced, you can just perform a crunch. So nice, slow, controlled movements. Exhale, squeeze the abs in as you lift. Nice, slow lower to the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae, and make sure that you're inhaling nice and slow as you reach back down to the mat. So inhale, exhale to come up. Inhale to lower, and exhale to come up. And our next variation are going to be leg switch sit-ups. So you're going to kick a leg up as you lift the shoulders off the mat. Tap the shoulders back to the mat as you reach the foot out to the side to tap. Again, crunch in as you kick back up and bring the foot back to the chair to start. So that full movement of kick, tap, kick, and back to the chair is 1 rep. 20 reps total. Remember, exhale on the lift, inhale on the lower. And abs are still working even as you're tapping the foot out to the side and lowering your shoulders to the mat. So make sure you're squeezing your abs the whole time. Almost there. Stay strong. Bring the knees in. And now let's move on. We're going to perform a decline push-up and shoulder tap. So, bringing our feet back to the chair. Hands are on the mat. We're going to perform a push-up and reach one arm to tap the opposite shoulder. So as you push up and reach, that's 1 rep, 10 reps total. Keep your abs pulled in tight, back is flat. Don't let your hips drop here. And if this is too advanced, elevated, you can do this with your feet on the mat and perform a traditional push-up. You can always come down to the knees for the push-up as well. So moving back to thigh focus and glute focus. You're going to move your chair to the side. You're going to have your left palm on the chair for support, right palm on the mat. Left knee's bent 90 degrees, down on the mat for support. Right leg is lifted. Start with it lifted in line with the hip, pointed toe. And then I want you to turn the knee out so the hip is open. You're going to kick out and then reach up to kick again. So it's a little pulse kick. 20 reps total. Next, we're moving on to a diagonal bent leg into an attitude sweep. So your leg is not quite out to the side and it's not straight forward. Just add an angle. So from that bent position, you're going to lift the right arm up, bring it down to the mat. As you do so, you're going to scoop your leg up, maintaining that position. So not a 90-degree bend, just a slight bend in the leg. So scoop and lift. Scoop and lift, reach the hand to the mat, squeeze your abs. So stay controlled in this rotation. A lot's happening at once. So start slowly. As you get more comfortable, you can move through it a little bit more fluidly. But don't force it. Take your time with it. And again, 20 reps total. Almost there. And now we're going to bring the knee forward. So this time you do want a 90-degree bend. You can shimmy your foot out a little bit more to get in a better position. So this time you want to sink into that front leg. So think about pushing down through the hips. You're going to rotate your leg underneath. So from that bent 90-degree position, rotate underneath and move right into a heel press. And in that heel press, you really want to kick up to the ceiling. So really push through that movement. 20 reps. And again, as you rotate that leg under, you're going to bring the right hand down to the mat for support as you kick the leg up through that heel press. Again, using the chair for support. Left palm stays on the seat of the chair. Almost there. So let's switch to the other side. So this time your right palm is going to be on the chair. Left palm comes down to the mat. Left leg out from the hip, pointed toe. Open the knee, open the hip, and perform the pulse kick for 20 reps. Maintain a nice strong position. Abs are pulled in tight. Your opposite hip is working to stabilize as well. So it might be a little fatigued at this point. Again, just do your best to get through the last couple exercises. So back to our diagonal bent leg attitude sweep. Leg out to the side. You can sink into the hip a little bit. And again, nice fluid movement. As you sweep up, the hand comes down to the mat. To challenge yourself, you could try to keep that arm lifted as you reach up into the attitude. It's a bit more advanced. It's a good way to challenge your core muscles, so you're going to feel your back work a little bit more. Your abs are going to contract a little bit harder. So just a nice little challenge to throw in if you'd like that. Otherwise, just stick with the basic movement. Almost there. So, last exercise. Back to our low lunge, heel press rotation. So again, sink into that front leg. Press through the heel. Rotate the foot back through that bent 90-degree position. Kick through the heel up towards the ceiling. Almost there. Thighs might be burnt out at this point, but you're almost done. So let's just perform a little cat-cow stretch. Exhale, squeeze the abs around the back, look down. Inhale, arch the back and look up, and then sink into child's pose. So knees are wide, toes are together. Sink the chest through the hips, forearms down on the mat, forehead to the mat. And now let's just bring the legs wide, point the toes, and walk the hands forward and stretch. So it's a really good hip opener. It's a good thigh stretch. And let's reach over to the right and now to the left. And rotate back forward. You might be able to get a little bit deeper in the stretch at this point. And come up. Bring the legs straight out in front, nice flat back. Reach up, deep inhale, exhale. Reach, grab the back of the legs or the feet. And round forward. And now let's just bring the right leg over the left. Bring the left arm across the right thigh and perform a nice little twist. Help release some tension from the back and from the hips. Switch sides. So left leg bent over the right arm over the left leg. Twist. And let's just come into a forward fold. Sink into the stretch. Deep inhale up, arch the back. Hands to the heart. Nice job today, guys.